In this video, we're going to do a campground review for Newhalem Creek Campground in North Cascades National Park in Washington. Check it out. Hey guys, I'm Kevin with Kemp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. Today we're doing a campground review for Newhalem Creek Campground in North Cascades National Park in Washington. Guys, North Cascades National Park is a fantastic place to go and camp, and it is one of the least visited national parks in the national park system. So you definitely want to add North Cascades to your list if you love national parks. We're going to get right into the campground review, but first I want to mention that we did a camping and exploring video for North Cascades National Park. So if you haven't seen that, I'm going to put a link right up here where you can check that out. So be sure to do that. But let's get right into the campground review. Newhalem Creek Campground is in the town of Newhalem, which is inside North Cascades National Park. There's really not much around, as you can see, but you can access this park from Seattle or Everett or even Victoria. Here's a look at the campground map. As you can see, it's primarily composed of 3 loops, loops A, B, and C. We're going to take a loop at all of them. So guys, one thing I want to mention, if you're used to my campground review videos, is that national parks and national forest campgrounds do not have a lot of the amenities that most of the state parks have that we normally cover. So this campground review is going to be a little bit different. The first thing I want to do is show you the restrooms. Keep in mind, these restrooms do not have showers. There are 4 restroom facilities. One is between Loop A and the walk-in sites. One is between Loop A and Loop B. One is in Loop C, and one is near the picnic area and day use area. This is what the restrooms look like. They are nice in that they do have running water, but they do not have showers, as I mentioned before. We're going to take a look at the men's restroom. So here we go. Sorry, ladies, I don't go in the women's restrooms, but as you can see, you've got sinks and mirrors, and then you've got your basic restroom. So in the men's restroom, there's a urinal, and then there is one stall that's regular and one stall that's handicap. That's basically a look at the restroom facilities in this campground. They were nice and clean. There's also a toilet for a Yeti. I'm just kidding. This is gray water disposal. Pretty cool setup. All right, guys, I want to show you what a typical campsite looks like. So I have picked a back-end site and a pull-through site to give you an idea of what they are like. Not all campsites are the same, however, so keep that in mind. There is some variability, but this just gives you a general feel for what these campsites are like. The first site we're going to take a look at is Site 85. 85 is a back-end site on the exterior of Loop C, indicated by the red arrow. So we'll take a look at 85 first from the road. As you can see, it's pretty close to the restroom facility and the dumpsters. So it's a typical back-end site. As you can see, it's paved. And this was right next to our site, so you can see the cargo camper there. But we'll head into this site, and these sites are equipped with a bear box, a picnic table, and a fire pit with grill grate. So no water, electric, or sewer hookups. And out of the back of the site, you can see there's an area to pitch a tent. There's the fire pit, there's the grill grate. There's a nice area for a tent or a screen house, the picnic table, and the bear box. So that's a look at Site 85. The next site we're going to take a look at is Site 97, and 97 is a pull-through site, and it's on the interior of Loop C, indicated by the red arrow. So again, we'll take a look from the road. Traffic travels in one direction on the road, so that's nice. So you can see here's a good shot at 97. Even though these are pull-through sites, they're relatively steep curves, so you want to keep that in mind, especially if you've got a big travel trailer. So this site does have a picnic table, a fire pit with grow grate, and a bear box. So you can see it's pretty close to the neighbor sites, so it's not super big. Again, a paved driveway. No water, electric, or sewer hookups in this campground. But you can run a generator from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. here. And that is a look at Site 97, which is representative of the pull-through sites. All right, let's take a driving tour of the campground. For our driving tour, we're going to follow the path with the red arrows. We're first going to go into Loop A. So we'll start at the main road. As we come into the main road, there's a nice turn lane into Newhalem Creek Campground with a nice sign. But as soon as you turn in, you'll see that there is a one-lane bridge, so you have to wait for the light. That car obviously did not wait. So we cross the one-lane bridge. And as we enter into the campground itself, there is a little check-in station. This was closed when we were there, so I'm going to pull over and let a car go by me. I'm guessing that that is busy at certain times of the year, but it certainly wasn't when we were there. We just went straight to our campsite and set up. So we're going to turn right here, and that will take us to loops A and B. So we take a right. If we went straight, that would take us to the visitor center for Newhalem. As we head down towards loops A and B, straight ahead is the main restroom facility for loop B. But you could also use it if you are in parts of loop A that are close enough. So as we hang a right here, we're going to enter loop A, and traffic travels in one direction on loop A. So we're passing site 1 on the left, 2 on the, actually 3 on the right, and then 2 on the left. As you can see, this campground is pretty dense. So I think that was campsite 5. And we just passed campsite 7. That should be campsite 8 to the right. And then that pull through is 9. That was 11 on the left there. And so this parking area is parking for the walk-in sites. And so there's a number of walk-in sites that are down by the river. There is the restroom facility for the walk-in sites and parts of Loop A. Dumpsters and recycling for trash. More parking for walk-in sites. Nice little picnic pavilion there. So that should be site 14 on the left there. And then 16 is that pull-through site. That should be 17 on the right. So this gives you a good idea of what the loop looks like. Other parts of the campground are a little less forested. They're a little more open. I think a fire actually came through here. And so part of Loop C is definitely less dense. That was site 23 on the left there. And 24. So that should be 25 on the right. And the last one there is 26. So we're going to go out of Loop A and then into Loop B. We're going to follow the path with the red arrows. So here we go, heading out of Loop A. And then if we wanted to exit the campground, we would turn left, but in our case, we're going to go straight. We're going to pass the main restroom facility for Loops A and B, which is on the right there. And then we're going to hang a right and follow the one-way road in Loop B. So that should be site 28 on the left. Then on the right will be 29. On the left will be 30. And 31 on the right. 32 on the left. And so on. Seeing that camper there gives you a great idea of how thick the vegetation is. So you're still going to be able to see your neighbors, but with thick vegetation like this, it does offer a little sense of privacy. There's the trail to the visitor center. So I think off to the left there was 38. The right is 39. And site 40. That little pull-through site there, I think was 42, or no, maybe 41. And again, these campsites are equipped with picnic tables and bear boxes, fire pit with grill grate, but no water or electric hookups. Past site 49 on the left there, that was that pull-through site. And so we are coming to the end of Loop B. That last site there should be site 53. All right, so we're going to head out of Loop B. We're going to cross the main road and then head into Loop C, following the path with the red arrows. Loop C is the part of the campground that we were in. So as we hang a right to leave Loop B, we're passing the restroom between Loops A and B. Then we're going to hang another right. And we're going to keep going here. We're going to cross the road. That is the main road in this section of the park. So as we approach this stop sign, if you wanted to leave the campground entirely, you would turn left. If you want to go to the visitor center for Newhalem, you go right. We're going to go straight to get over to Loop C. And then we're going to hang a right to head into Loop C here. And again, this is a one-way road. And through the magic of YouTube, the water droplets are now gone from the camera. And we are passing site 70 to the right and 71 to the left. That was 72 to the left. It should be 73 to the right. As we kind of climb the hill here, that should be 75 to the right. And then 77. '79 to the left. 82 to the left. Then as you can see, we're approaching the main restroom facility for this part of the campground. Some dumpsters and some recycling out front. And then we're passing site 86, which was our site, that pull-through site. There's our cargo camper. It should be 87 to the left there. 89 to the left. So you can see this part of the campground is a little bit more open. I think a fire ran through here. I don't know how long ago. So it's a little more open. That really helped us with Starlink. But internet service is really good here, or I should say phone service is really good here. So we had good cell phone signal and good internet. That was site 97 to the left there. And 101. Passing the restroom facility again. And that was 103 off to the right there where that big fifth wheel is. So as I said, great cell phone signal in this campground. We have Verizon, so don't know about the other carriers, but we had great cell phone signal here. And then the opening of the trees in this campground allowed us to use Starlink when we needed it. But our cell phone signal was so good we didn't really have to worry about Starlink. There's another dumpster for trash and some recycling bins. I think that was site 113, the last pull-through site on the right. That should be site 114, or I'm sorry, 116 on the left. So we're going to cross the street and then we're going to go through the kind of like the day use area. There's some picnic sites over here that people can use. If we wanted to exit the campground, we would turn left, but again we're going to go straight. And so all the sites in here are not campsites. They are day use picnic areas. So they're all back ends and they have a picnic table. And then here's the restroom facility for the picnic area. And again, a dumpster for trash or recycling. Really nice place to have a picnic. And then up here are some group sites. So that's group site A on the right. And then there's also group site B. So that's group site B. It's really nice if you have a big group. So we're going to hang a right here, head back towards the main road. And we'll go ahead and pull into the dump station. So if we turned left, we would go to the visitor center. If we went straight, we'd go into loops A and B. But here, as we turn right, we're heading towards the exit of the campground. And so to exit, go straight. Turn right here to go into the RV wastewater dump, as you can see right here. It's nice to have a dump station so close to the campground. And as we go straight, that takes us back to the one-lane bridge and then exiting the campground. And that's a drive-in tour of the campground at Newhalem Creek in North Cascades National Park. Well, guys, there you have it. There's a review of the campground at Newhalem Creek in North Cascades National Park. Guys, we really enjoyed our time here. We really enjoy staying in the national parks. One thing to keep in mind is that they don't have power, they don't have water hookups, they don't have sewer hookups. There is a dump station, as you saw in the drive-through. So there is that, and generators are allowed in this campground from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Quiet hours are from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., but the generator hours are more restricted than that. So keep that in mind. If you guys need to run a generator for power or for recharging batteries or that kind of thing, whatever you're using a generator for, keep in mind you can only run it from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. That worked really well for us. We carry a generator with us to recharge our batteries and to run some of our appliances. We were able to do everything that we needed to do within those hours and still spend a lot of time visiting the park, but wanted to make that something that you guys were aware of. All in all, guys, we really enjoy staying in national parks, but keep in mind they do not have showers in a lot of the national park restroom facilities. Now, some do. When we were at Shenandoah National Park, they did have shower facilities, but you had to pay for them. So, and that was provided by the vendor. In the campground here, and in the National Forest campground we were just in over in Olympic National Forest, they did have running water restrooms, but no showers. So just something to keep in mind. For us, that's really important because we either stay in our tent or we stay in our 7x14 enclosed trailer that's been converted into a camper, which does not have a shower. So we probably are going to hit a truck stop or something like that to take a shower as we head towards Mount Rainier, which is our next stop. So guys, we are going to be doing a campground review from the campground we're going to be staying in down there, and I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. I think it's Silver Spring Campground in, I think, a national forest near there. But we will be producing that review and getting it out to you soon. So guys, this is part of our 2024 summer trip where we've gone from our house all the way in Tampa, Florida, all the way out to the Olympic Peninsula in Washington and back. And so we are on the return trip. So we're on the downhill side, but we still have a lot more content coming from this summer trip. So if you like campground reviews and camping videos and hiking videos and national park exploration videos and those kind of things, definitely hit the subscribe button and hit that thumbs up button on this video and hit that little bell icon that notifies you when we release new videos so you don't miss any of our summer trip videos or anything else that we do. Guys, I'm Kevin with Camp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. We exist to help moms and dads take their kids camping, hiking, fishing, learn about nature, and develop a conservation ethic. We want to help you get you and your kids outside. So if you have any questions about Newhalem Creek or North Cascades National Park, drop some in the comments below. Or if you've stayed here before, tell me what you thought of it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this campground or this park. We really enjoyed our stay, but there are a few things maybe that I wish were different about this park. So I cover that in my other video, so be sure to check that out. And guys, if you want to connect with us on other social media, that would be awesome. We are trying to grow our social media presence across Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter, or X. So feel free to connect with us there or our website at campoutside.com. Guys, we have a whole lot more coming, so we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.